Your engine temperature gauge suddenly climbs. Steam starts coming from under the hood. You pull over, open the coolant reservoir, and it's full. So how is your engine overheating when there's coolant in the system? This is one of the most confusing and expensive problems drivers face, because many people assume overheating only happens when coolant is low. But in reality, engines can overheat with a completely full cooling system. And when drivers misunderstand the cause, they often replace the wrong parts. Radiators, water pumps, fans, sometimes spending $800, $1,500, even $3,000 without fixing the real problem. Today we're going to break down the hidden reasons engines overheat even when coolant looks normal. Stay until the end, because the final cause we'll reveal is something millions of drivers unknowingly create themselves. And it slowly destroys engines. Section 1. How the cooling system actually works. Before we diagnose overheating, we need to understand how the cooling system operates. The cooling system isn't just a tank of coolant. It's a circulation system designed to move heat away from the engine. Several components work together: water pump, thermostat, radiator, cooling fans, coolant passages. Coolant absorbs heat from the engine block and cylinder head. It then travels through the radiator, where air removes that heat. If any part of this cycle stops working properly, heat begins to build up, even if the coolant level appears normal. Section 2. Air pockets in the cooling system. One of the most common hidden causes of overheating is air trapped inside the cooling system. Air does not transfer heat effectively. When air pockets form inside coolant passages, hotspots develop inside the engine. These hotspots can cause rapid temperature spikes, inconsistent coolant circulation, overheating despite full coolant levels. Air pockets often appear after coolant replacement, radiator replacement, thermostat replacement. If the system isn't properly bled, trapped air remains inside. That air prevents coolant from circulating correctly. The thermostat that won't open. Another common cause is a malfunctioning thermostat. The thermostat controls when coolant begins circulating through the radiator. When the engine is cold, the thermostat remains closed. This helps the engine warm up faster. Once the engine reaches operating temperature, the thermostat opens. Coolant then flows into the radiator to release heat. But if the thermostat sticks closed, coolant cannot circulate properly. The engine quickly overheats, even though the system is full. Fortunately, thermostats are relatively inexpensive. Most cost $20 to $80, but when ignored, they can lead to much larger repairs. A failing water pump. The water pump is responsible for circulating coolant throughout the engine. If the pump impeller becomes damaged or worn, coolant flow decreases. The cooling system may still contain coolant, but without proper circulation, heat cannot be carried away from the engine. Symptoms of a failing water pump often include overheating at highway speeds, coolant leaks near the pump, grinding noises from the pump bearing. Replacing a water pump typically costs between $300 and $900, depending on the vehicle. Ignoring it can result in catastrophic overheating. Radiator flow restrictions. Radiators don't just cool coolant. They also depend on internal flow capacity. Over time, radiators can become partially clogged with corrosion deposits, mineral buildup, debris. When internal passages become restricted, coolant flow slows down. The cooling system may still appear full, but heat removal becomes inefficient. This often leads to overheating during hot weather, heavy traffic, long uphill driving. In severe cases, radiator replacement may be necessary. Section 3. Cooling fans that aren't working. Cooling fans play a crucial role when the vehicle isn't moving quickly. At highway speeds, airflow naturally passes through the radiator. But in slow traffic, the fans must pull air through the radiator. If the fans fail due to electrical faults, bad relays, faulty temperature sensors, then the radiator cannot remove heat efficiently. The engine may run normally on the highway, but overheat in stop-and-go traffic. This is one of the most common overheating patterns. The misleading coolant reservoir. Many drivers check only the coolant reservoir. But the reservoir does not always reflect the actual coolant level inside the engine. If the radiator itself is low while the reservoir appears full, overheating can still occur. This often happens when coolant leaks slowly, air enters the system, the radiator cap fails. The radiator cap maintains system pressure. Pressure raises the boiling point of coolant. If the cap fails, coolant may boil earlier, causing overheating. The clogged radiator fins problem. Most drivers focus on what's happening inside the radiator, but the outside of the radiator matters just as much. The thin metal fins on the radiator are designed to transfer heat into the air. Air must flow freely through those fins. But over time, radiators collect road dust, leaves, bugs, plastic debris. This buildup slowly blocks airflow. Even if coolant circulation is perfect, heat cannot escape efficiently. This is why some vehicles begin overheating in hot weather after years of driving. The radiator isn't broken. It's simply covered in debris. Cleaning the radiator fins carefully with compressed air or water can restore airflow. It's a simple fix many drivers never consider. Section 4. The heater core clue. Here's a diagnostic trick many technicians use. If your engine is overheating, turn the heater on full blast. Why? Because the heater core acts like a small secondary radiator. If turning on the heater reduces the engine temperature, it suggests the cooling system isn't removing heat efficiently. This often points to restricted radiator flow, weak coolant circulation, cooling fan problems. It's not a permanent solution, but it can help you safely reach a repair shop before serious damage occurs. Coolant that has lost its protection. Coolant doesn't last forever. Over time, the chemical additives inside coolant break down. These additives perform several important tasks: preventing corrosion, stabilizing temperature transfer, lubricating the water pump. When coolant ages, it becomes less effective at transferring heat. It may also allow corrosion to form inside the cooling system. Corrosion creates internal deposits that restrict coolant flow. This is why most manufacturers recommend replacing coolant every 5 to 10 years depending on the formula. Ignoring this maintenance can slowly reduce cooling efficiency. Section 5. The head gasket warning sign. One of the more serious causes of overheating is a failing head gasket. The head gasket seals the connection between the engine block and cylinder head. It prevents combustion gases from entering the cooling system. But when the gasket begins to fail, hot combustion gases can leak into the coolant passages. This creates several problems: air bubbles in the cooling system, rising coolant pressure, reduced cooling efficiency. You may notice symptoms like coolant bubbling in the reservoir, white exhaust smoke, unexplained coolant loss. Head gasket repairs can cost $1,500 to $4,000 or more depending on the engine. This is why early diagnosis is critical. The temperature sensor that lies. Modern engines rely on temperature sensors to control cooling fans and engine operation. If the coolant temperature sensor fails, the engine computer may receive incorrect data. For example, the engine may actually be overheating, but the computer doesn't activate the cooling fans because the sensor reports a normal temperature. This creates a dangerous situation where overheating occurs silently. Fortunately, coolant temperature sensors are usually inexpensive. Many cost between $30 and $100, but diagnosing them requires proper scanning tools. The wrong coolant mixture. Another overlooked cause involves the coolant mixture itself. Coolant must be mixed with water at the correct ratio. Most vehicles use roughly a 50-50 mixture of antifreeze and distilled water. Too much water reduces boiling protection. Too much antifreeze reduces heat transfer efficiency. Both situations can contribute to overheating under heavy loads. Many technicians recommend testing coolant concentration periodically using a simple tester. It's an inexpensive tool that helps confirm the mixture is correct. The radiator cap that no one replaces. The radiator cap is small, but it plays a critical role. Cooling systems operate under pressure, usually between 13 and 16 pounds per square inch. Pressure raises the boiling point of coolant. Without proper pressure, coolant can begin boiling earlier than expected. A worn radiator cap may fail to maintain pressure. This can cause overheating even when all other components are working. Radiator caps typically cost $10 to $30, yet many drivers never replace them during the life of the vehicle. Section 6. The cooling system that was never properly bled. One of the most common overheating causes appears after coolant service. Many modern engines trap air easily inside the cooling system. If coolant is replaced without properly bleeding the system, air pockets remain inside. These air pockets prevent coolant from circulating smoothly. Instead of liquid coolant moving through passages, air blocks sections of the engine. This creates localized hotspots inside the cylinder head. Drivers may notice symptoms like overheating shortly after coolant replacement, inconsistent temperature readings, sudden temperature spikes. Many manufacturers actually include specific bleeding procedures in their service manuals. Some engines require vacuum filling tools to eliminate trapped air. Without this step, the cooling system can appear full, yet still overheat. Section 7. The silent killer, restricted coolant passages. Inside the engine block and cylinder head are dozens of narrow coolant passages. These passages allow coolant to absorb heat from critical areas around the cylinders and valves. Over many years, corrosion and deposits can slowly reduce the size of these passages. This restriction limits coolant flow inside the engine itself. Even if the radiator and water pump work perfectly, heat cannot escape fast enough. This type of overheating is more common in engines where coolant has not been replaced regularly. Once heavy deposits form, repairs become more difficult. Sometimes professional chemical flushing can restore some flow, but severe cases may require major engine work. The cooling system test, most drivers never perform. When diagnosing overheating, technicians often perform a cooling system pressure test. This simple test reveals problems that are otherwise invisible. A pressure tester simulates normal operating pressure inside the cooling system. If the system cannot hold pressure, coolant may be leaking somewhere. Even small leaks matter. When coolant leaks slowly, air can enter the system as it cools. Over time, this leads to reduced coolant circulation, trapped air pockets, unpredictable overheating. Pressure tests can identify leaks in hoses, radiator seams, water pump seals, heater cores. Finding these leaks early prevents overheating from becoming a serious engine failure. Section 8. The 2 habits that destroy cooling systems. Now we come to 2 extremely common habits that quietly lead to overheating. These mistakes happen every day, and most drivers don't realize the long-term damage they cause. Habit number 1. Ignoring small coolant leaks. A small coolant leak may not seem urgent. Maybe you occasionally smell coolant. Maybe the reservoir level drops slightly over time. But small leaks allow air to enter the cooling system, and air disrupts coolant circulation. Left untreated, small leaks slowly create overheating conditions. Repairing a simple hose leak might cost $50 to $150. Ignoring it could eventually lead to a warped cylinder head costing $2,000 or more. Habit number 2. Continuing to drive while overheating. This is the most dangerous mistake. Some drivers notice the temperature gauge rising, but continue driving hoping it will return to normal. Unfortunately, engines can suffer severe damage within minutes of overheating. Excess heat can cause warped cylinder heads, blown head gaskets, cracked engine blocks. These repairs can exceed $4,000 to $8,000 depending on the engine. The safest action when overheating occurs is simple. Pull over, turn off the engine, allow it to cool, then investigate the cause. Stopping early often prevents catastrophic damage. Section 9. What mechanics look for first. When experienced technicians diagnose overheating, they usually follow a logical sequence. They check coolant level and system pressure, thermostat operation, cooling fan performance, radiator airflow, water pump circulation, signs of combustion gases in coolant. This step-by-step approach avoids unnecessary parts replacement. Many overheating problems are solved by addressing small issues before they escalate. The biggest lesson from overheating problems is this: coolant alone does not prevent overheating. The cooling system must circulate coolant, transfer heat, maintain pressure, and remain free of air. If any part of that system fails, heat begins to build inside the engine. And engines are extremely sensitive to heat. The good news is that many overheating causes are preventable. Regular coolant maintenance, checking for leaks, keeping the radiator clean, replacing worn components before they fail. These simple habits protect the engine from one of the most destructive problems a car can face. Now I'm curious about your experience. Have you ever had a car suddenly overheat even though the coolant looked normal? What was the real cause when you finally discovered it? Your story might help another driver recognize the warning signs before serious damage occurs. And if this video helped you understand how cooling systems really work, hit like and check out the next video where we reveal the coolant mistakes that silently destroy engines over time.